race. And I love the energy they've had. I've seen them from the start to finish when we had the hype show during graduation all the way up until this point. And the thing that was so special about these guys in our Coxon is the fact that I told them that I was going to be on a championship dock, and the only way I can speak with them and go live if they made it here. And look at that. They punched their ticket. Now introduce yourselves and let the whole course know your names.
Hi, my name's Taryn Graves.
My name is Parker Johnson.
I'm Cooper Larkin.
I'm Pierce Edwards.
And I'm Cooper Sitzman.
And I need to know, Coxon, I need to know, what gets these boys moving?
I mean, we've been undefeated all season, so I really like to yell, bang the boat. I like to hit it a lot, and they go. Yep.
I like that. And so I want to know, as you guys were going through that finish line, you had a pretty good lead from start to finish. I mean, what were you guys thinking when you got off the starting blocks?
Getting off the starting blocks, I was just thinking, get out, get ahead, stay up there. And as we were just coming through the finish line, just so many emotions. Just so happy to be here, so happy to be in this final and to finish well this season.
In all likelihood, this is my last day rowing ever, so I wanted to make it count. Last year I was in the Cox 4 and we got fourth. We got robbed, so I didn't want to let that happen again. Yeah.
I was just thinking about making my family proud, my coaches proud, and my girlfriend proud. So, yeah, I'm stoked right now.
Yeah, same goes with me with everything they've said. We've had some ups and downs throughout the season, but at the start line I knew we all just came together in the last month and we worked our butts off, and now we got first, and it's the best feeling ever.
I love that. And this obviously seemed like the Battle of Newport, Battle of California right here. And obviously you guys in the men's four came out on top. Is there any special shout-outs that you guys want to give before we let you go and get hydrated?
I want to give a shout-out to the University of Tennessee.
All right, and we are going to jump right into the men's youth 2V quad. Jumping right into that, let's give you some lane assignments because we are into the thick of this race already. Lane 0, White Marsh. Lane 1, Los Gatos. Lane 2, Norwalk. Lane 3, Maritime. Lane 4, Oregon Unlimited B. Lane 5, Nereid. Lane 6, Los Gatos B. And Lane 7, Maritime B.
Yeah, and this is I love the quadruple skull. I've probably said that throughout the week. You've heard me say that. And here we go. It looks like it's shaping up to have Los Gatos out by just a smidgen, if you will. And then we have Maritime Rowing Club that looks like they're right there with them. And so it'll be, interesting to see if they can maintain these positions, what happens next, how this race unfolds. I think one of the challenges of the quad is sort of maintaining that speed, maintaining that synchronicity as you move down the course.
Yeah, that's right. And I know you said you were fangirling a little bit for the quad, and you know what? I actually am too, because without a coxswain here, I think it just adds a little bit of an element of excitement here. These athletes are steering themselves, so we do have to keep that in mind. That is an extra element. And even if we look out to lane 7 here, Maritime making a little bit of a correction as we speak here. 3 minutes into this race, it is looking like Los Gatos in lane 1 and lane 3 Maritime. And when we can get a little bit better view on the entire field here, we will give you a much better order. But these boats are pretty well connected here, coming across the 1,000-meter mark as we speak.
Yeah, and so one thing, you spoke about the crews being connected, and that is a great place to be when you have contact. This race is shaping up here. It looks like that Maritime boat has managed to squeeze out maybe a bow ball, but they're going back and forth with that Los Gatos boat, and so they're close enough to know where that other crew is right now. And out there in lane 1, we have that White Marsh crew, and they're staying in this contest as well, trying to get away from the rest of the pack and really make this a question about themselves.
Yeah, and I don't want to overlook that other Los Gatos boat in lane 6, Los Gatos B. Historically a big boat program. They have a very strong history of winning a lot of races, including this one, in the big boats. In the last year or two have really focused on the small ones, if you can call a quad a small boat, and have actually gone to Henley, and I believe are planning on going to Henley again to try to race in the Wyfold Cup, if you are familiar with some of the Henley Cups there. So do keep an eye on both of these Los Gatos crews. But right now, I think it is Los Gatos A and Maritime Maritime. Maritime maybe even squeaking into the front now.
Yeah, and I am familiar with some of those Henley.
That's right. You and I would be, wouldn't we?
But back to the racing here. It's kind of tough to tell. It may be that Maritime has managed to sneak out a little bit. It's kind of tough to tell from this angle, but this is going to tell us we're coming through the 1500, that extra tough last 1500, and Maritime Rowing Club has managed to pull into the lead and looks as though they're still moving. As we grow into this last 1500, this is where champions are made, right here. That finish line will come faster than these athletes know, and will there be enough time for them to execute their plans to get themselves onto that podium? Right now we have a great overhead view of these boats coming down the water, and we'll see that looks like that maritime boat is managing to stay in the lead, but there is a lot of pressure being placed on them right now by that boat from Los Gatos. And Los Gatos has just taken up the rate, and they've managed to move back just an inch, and they are moving right now. They have managed to pull back even with that maritime boat.
Yeah, you nailed it here. I mean, look at this overhead shot. This is absolutely beautiful, and no one would understand this better than you looking at these overhead shots and the symmetry that we are seeing. Keep in mind, too, that these are 2 Vs, so that means that we have another quad that is considered the A boat, I guess. They have other quads here, so that really speaks to the depths of the program here. But let's take a look at what is happening again down at the water, because we have quite a race shaping up in the last 30 strokes.
Yeah, what's going to happen here? I'm looking at that White Marsh boat over in lane 0, but right now it looks as though Los Gatos has found what they needed to push back ahead. Can that maritime boat make any moves right now as that finish line is getting closer and closer? There's not many more strokes left, and it is going to be tight, but it looks like Los Gatos has taken it with Maritime coming in second, and here's a hard charge from the rest of the pack. It looks as though White Marsh has come across, and it was too close to tell for the rest, but now here in lane 6 we have Los Gatos B finishing up the race, followed by Nereid, and then finishing out this final is Maritime Rowing Club B. So as soon as we have some results, I'll get you some unofficial results. There you go. Looking at that White Marsh boat. Looking at that Los Gatos boat. Very happy young man in the bow seat right there. We'll see that finish. So unofficial results right now for the men's youth 2V is